Dad's got a little too.
Label! Might be up the creek, but definitely not without a paddle. Just putted and the ball is almost in the hole. Lining up the putt. I was going to put plumber's butt on them, but I decided not to. Mobility scooter. How about a working grain elevator? There we go. A couple of rows. There's a row of cars and a train going by with a few cars. Pickup truck sitting there, one of the employees at work. And here comes a farmer with his load of grain. This was my first motorcycle. This ball was real grainy, so it was hard to do. And that was also when I was still carving within the golf balls. There's one. There are cooling fins on those cylinders, on the jugs. Hockey player. Cool. I like the goalie. When you look look right at him, it looks like he's looking back at you. Space shuttle, but the Canadarm broke. I'm gonna make a new one. My dad's cousin flew F-86 Sabres in the U.S. Air Force in Korea. A telephone. There's a few of them missing. Here's a real tiny one. There's the, I don't know how well I can get this with this camera though. It likely won't focus. It might, if I can. Nope, it's not going to focus on it. And my lug nuts from the Richard Petty's, one of Richard Petty's race cars, used. Anyway, yeah, just horsing around. This one I never finished because the dogs got at it. Knocked a couple pieces off the windshield on me, so I think I'll cut the windshield off and make a wire frame. There's a couple missing. Later. So, showed those before. Someday I'll get my craft room or craft and car room dug out. It's been used to store things, but I have quite a collection of die casts. I've been a die-hard Richard Petty fan for most of my life. Of course, I haven't been in here to dust for a while. These are all die casts. Even got a couple of the Orange County choppers. I had those on display in my office when I was working. My Batmobile, 4.2 million worth. This one has George's autograph on the hood. When I bought it, he signed it for me. I even have a Richard Petty watch. Needs a new battery though. Yeah, these shelving units, they're 5.5 feet high, 4 feet wide, and 5 shelves each. And they're full. And underneath here, this goes all the way to the floor and has a bunch of my original ones, which like a stupid kid, I painted a bunch of them. So I've been gradually, very carefully removing paint. This one I always liked, this Volkswagen Toblerone. It was I had it painted yellow, or orange I mean. And I've got most of the stuff off. But one thing I like about this is the fact that, check those headlights out. Turn them off, turn them on. Okay, what do you think of that? Okay, headlights. All it is a prism. So I can turn one on, it's burned out, or... I always liked that one. Also like this one too. Wish I'd never painted it. I got this one at a garage sale when I was a kid. Paid like 10 cents for it or something, and with the spare tire on the roof actually steers it. I got it for 10 cents because it was missing a wheel. So So I made a new axle, and that's back when I was a kid. But this is actually a sprint car driver from Winnipeg. He ran the Knoxville Nationals a few times. And he was down there when Racing Champions was making deals to make the diecasts. And this closet, as you can see, wall to wall, those boxes, and I mean lots of them. They're all Hot Wheels, and that's not even all of them. I think I have about 2,000 of them. And although I set this room up to do airbrushing, I haven't done much in a long time. Far too long. I should get back at it, because it's something I can do when it's cold and when I'm not feeling well. A few years ago, my son AJ and I took an airbrushing course for a few hours one Saturday, and this is what I did with the airbrush. It's supposed to be like a foreign planet. So AJ and I did identical pictures, and his moon looks real. Mine looks not quite as real, looks more cartoonish. But his buildings look cartoonish and my buildings look more real. So I guess it's just how your hands are working. And then my botched first effort at doing a guitar, and I had to strip it back and start over again, and kind of got disheartened with it, so got to get back to it. So what's the point of all this? Well, the point of all this is golf balls that are carved with a face like that sell for $30 to $50, believe it or not. Which I can't see it. Mind you, it does take a long time. I think this one was about 4 or 5 hours work. Some of them are an hour or two, and I started gluing together, like I'd mentioned, to make stuff stick out. And I have some more that are done, but they're just not here. But any of you guys want a golf ball? There's the Memphis Belle. It's flying. You can see the propellers are spinning on it. I'm going to throw one in there for the draw. Not one of mine. Not one of mine. Because these ones I made for a reason. But I'm going to offer to make a golf ball for you. A golf ball carving. And I can't do animals. I'm not good at animals and people. It's kind of hit and miss. But I will carve one of a car of your choice, or if you know, some of you might want one of your car. I've never painted any of mine, but I do have paint to do that, and if you want, I could paint it for you. So there you have it. If you would like a personally carved golf ball, let me know. Well, not let me know, but that's what I'm throwing in. Where am I here? Working backwards and it screws me up. There you go. So, carved golf balls, custom made by the Iceman, and I don't think there's too many people in the world that make golf balls like this. There's a lot of people that carve them like that, but very few. And you can Google it. I've spent hours trying to look for golf balls that are carved, and I really don't think you're going to find one or two carvers. You might find maybe two on Google or anywhere else you can search. Or if you actually do find some that carve things like this in golf balls, send me a link, because I would love to look at their work too. But yeah, and limited edition. I'll tell you how limited it is. I've only given a few of these away. Very few. Each of my sisters has one. My brother-in-law has one. My mom has one. And there's only one person in the world, only one in the world, not related to me, that has one of my golf balls. And he's on YouTube, KB1NYD, and you can likely look through my earlier videos and his earlier videos to see the golf ball I did. I did a 49 Ford pickup truck for him, and I sent it to him. And you know, he was blown away by the detail. Not trying to brag, but I like to put as much detail as the golf ball allows. Some of them are a lot more grainy, but depending on what kind of golf ball you use, I usually try to use Pinnacles because they're a much finer composite inside. Some of them are just like sand inside, a real hard sand, and it just chips off. Those are some of the old range balls. Once in a while I cut one and you can hear the elastics starting to pop, so you just carefully cut it a little farther open, throw it in a bag, and let it explode and throw it out. So there you go. There's an option for you guys for yet another raffle. One of a kind. They all are. One of a kind. Iceman 22ST. Grandpa's Garage. Carved golf ball of your choice. You want a Volkswagen? I could do a Volkswagen. I've done a couple. I've got a Volkswagen bus partly done. Actually, I have a Semi. I'll show them to you when I just have a couple more things to do. It was the biggest one I've done for golf balls, and it's actually got the highway tractor, a lowboy trailer, a Caterpillar with a blade on it for the load, and it's about 4 or 5 inches long because the tractor is one golf ball, the wheels on the trailer are another one, sections of a golf ball in between for the deck, and then a separate golf ball set of guts for the cat. So there you have it, guys. There's the Iceman's offering for the YouTube Garage Gang Extravaganza auction. So take it easy, have a good one, because we're going swimming, because it's my youngest granddaughter's 3rd birthday today, and we're going to a pool party. Take it easy and have a good one.